Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance and then remain standing for the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red blood, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated.
Good afternoon. My name is Tulawanami Alalia. I am president of the 2017 senior class. We are Heritage High School, where students learn, professionals grow, and communities partner. Today, we gather for a final senior assembly to say goodbye and best wishes to all our Heritage High School family. We also celebrate because today is the beginning of a wonderful journey for us as we venture to make our dreams become a reality. To my peers, I say congratulations. To faculty, parents, family, and friends here today, I hope that you enjoy the ceremony. Know that your presence makes the day special for all of us. At this time, please silence all cell phones so that everyone may enjoy our ceremony. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Michaela Marion. I am the class of 2017 Vice President. First, I would like to recognize and thank all of the wonderful faculty and staff members of the Husky family who are here today to celebrate with us. Please stand to be recognized. I will now recognize special guests, administration, faculty, and students seated on stage and in the graduate area. Audience, please hold your applause until the stage guests have been introduced. To those being introduced, once your name is called, remain standing until all introductions have been made. To my right, Principal Mr. Scott Lyons, Deputy Superintendent for Academic Advancements, Ms. Kathy Moore, Wake Forest Mayor, Ms. Vivian Jones, Board Member, Ms. Roxy Cash, Board Member, Mr. Bill Fletcher, Board Member, Ms. Lindsay Mahafety, Dr. Marvin Connolly, Chief of Staff and Strategic Planning, Dr. Andre Smith, Northeastern Area Superintendent, Ms. Jackie Ellis, Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, Dr. Brad McMillan, Assistant Superintendent for Data, Research, and Accountability, Mr. Joe Desire Moore, Assistant Superintendent for Facilities, Assistant Principal for Instruction, Ms. Jody Hines, Assistant Principal, Ms. Jareen Daniels, Assistant Principal, Mr. Kevin Farrell, Assistant Principal, Mr. Phelan Perry, Administrator, Ms. Lori Zimmerman. To my left, Student Government President, Emily Edwards, Senior Class President, Tulawanami Olalia, Senior Class Secretary, Talia Crowther, Salutatorian, Alexa Laverne, Senior Class Treasurer, Anuva Fellner, Valedictorian, Abigail National, Administrator, Ms. Bonnie Mwanda, Senior Class Advisor, Ms. Maureen Finley, NC Teacher of the Year Regional Finalist, Mr. Miles McLeod, Heritage High School 2016-17 Teacher of the Year, Mr. Jason King, Senior Counselor Coordinator, Ms. Melanie LaChance, Dean of Counseling and Student Services, Ms. Deidre Williams. Thank you.
Hello, I am Talia Crowther. I was proud to serve you as the senior class secretary. I am honored to introduce a classmate whose weighted grade point average rests in second position of our senior class. Alexa Laverne is a quiet soul who allows her actions to speak for her. Whether perfecting her dance for competition, leading French Honor Society, or volunteering at Duke Hospital, she works to make the world around her better than what she found it. Alexa is deeply fascinated in the human body, especially how muscles work. Already at a young age, she has traveled the country and abroad through her extracurricular interests and is using those experiences to deepen her global perspective of life. Her teachers describe her as focused, dedicated to her success, questioning with a desire to apply science principles to news stories in everyday life. They also say she is a mature and thoughtful individual who doesn't crave the spotlight. Her analytical reasoning is superb, and her work is always original and thoughtful. She knows herself and where she wants to go. Her post-high school plans include attending Duke University in the fall, where she will major in neuroscience with a pre-med concentration. Please join me in welcoming to the podium Alexa Laverne, our class of 2017 salutatorian.
Good afternoon. Street philosopher and leader of the free world, Drake, once said, "Came up, that's all me. Stay true, that's all me. No help, that's all me, for real." I just have to say, those lyrics are the opposite of how I feel right now. I am inexpressibly grateful for the people who have shaped me, inspired me, forgiven me, and helped me in endless ways. First, my parents and family. Their patience with me is inexhaustible, and there is almost nothing that they haven't done for me. I'm sorry I don't appreciate you enough. I'm thankful for my friends and fellow students, especially Amelia, Hallie, Emily, Harper, Emma Upton, and Emma Albin. You almost certainly don't expect it, but I look up to so many of you. You have made high school an exciting, enlightening, and adventurous experience. To my best friends, Ashley Brackett, Lindsay Fisher, and Rebecca Hales, thank you for filling my life with joy and laughter every single day. From late-night dance jams to beach trips to weekend competitions, our friendship is bonded by memories I hold dearest to my heart. And of course, our teachers. We have some of the most inspiring teachers the world has ever seen. There are so many teachers here who could give better advice than I ever could. Thank you to Ms. Thomas for teaching me that math is simple, and more importantly, life is simple. If you put in the effort, you will get faster, you will get better, and you might even learn calculus. Thank you to Mr. Collins for making me realize that velocity is more important than speed. What direction you're going matters more than how quickly you're going. I am grateful to Ms. Singh and Ms. Compton, not only for your life-changing analysis of literature, but for encouraging us all to be more compassionate. Thank you to Ms. Handis and Ms. Norris for showing us the wonder of the natural world, the miracle of the human body, and the power of human potential. Thank you so much to Ms. Cheryl. You believed in me when I didn't know I was worth believing in. The impact you have had on my life cannot be overestimated. Unfortunately, I can't list all of my teachers and mentors, but I have been changed by each one of your classes. Heritage is one of the best high schools in the county, perhaps even the state. Honestly, it is easy to feel intimidated and inadequate in a school of stars like Heritage. After all, not all of us can play 3 varsity sports like Thayer Thomas. Not all of us are as kind as Quinn McCabe. Not all of us have Jacob Phipps' flawless ability in acting. Few of us have the relentless determination of Talia Crowther. Few of us are as cheerful and optimistic as Brooke Francher. Not all of us are as ready to give compliments as Michaela Marion. Few of us have the quiet wisdom of Bailey Roy or Meg Parmalee. None of us have the sense of humor of Burke Romans Murray. None of us work as hard as Abigail Nacional. We can't all dance like Harper Massey or predict the weather like Chris Long. None of us can wrestle like Anthony Brito. Few of us are as well spoken as Blake Glenn. And even fewer of us have the strength and resilience of Ty McClear. I could keep going, I promise you. But despite the fact that we can't compare ourselves to the people around us, each of us has an opportunity, no, an obligation, to share our unique and powerful selves with the world. Growing up with you all in the last few years has been an incredible experience. Because of this, I will ask that you remember one thing after this speech. Never think you have nothing original to say. Never think you have nothing important to do, and never think you have no purpose. Often, our endless routine overwhelms us. The beating repetitiveness of everyday life causes us to reduce ourselves to just another student, just another worker, just another brick in the wall. People often say things like, I don't have time for philosophy. I have bills to pay. If you have not yet said this, then just wait. In college, you will say it or at least think it. But honestly, it is easy to become swallowed by the mundane parts of living. We should all be terrified that without even noticing, we will slip into trivial life of grinding for grades, working for mere money, depending on empty praise, obsessing over flimsy worries and meaningless stresses, becoming something that we aren't to impress people we don't like. Unless we watch closely, the ordinary will consume us. Unless you pay attention, your purpose will disappear like quicksand, smooth and natural, with barely any sign you can notice or suspect. When you've noticed your purpose is gone, it's too late. So when you find yourself saying, I don't have time for philosophy, remember that this is not philosophy. This is life. You don't have enough time to not think about it. With every day, you should consider the fundamental, the deep, the sacred, the truth beyond the mundane. Otherwise, why wake up each morning? Clear away all the debris that separates you from that essential, bright, illuminating part of yourself, that core that is much deeper than personality, your soul, your life force, your chakra, or maybe it's just your appendix or something. Avoid the things that reduce you and make you trivial, and look for those things that make you passionate, deep thinking, and full. Lin Yutang said that those who are wise won't be busy, and those who are too busy can't be wise. Reject the idea that you can afford to merely fill or kill time. Your busyness will prevent you from seeing beyond routine. I'll eventually forget about my times at Heritage, but I will remember what I learned from my time here. I learned that the pursuit of truth, the process and journey itself, is always worth it. I learned to always remember my real purpose, to live beyond the mundane, to be inspired by those around me. Now is the time to put these principles into action. Congratulations, class of 2017, and good luck to you all. Thank you.
Hello, I am Anuva Fellner. It was a privilege to be your senior class treasurer. It is a great honor to introduce my classmate, Abigail Nacional, who is the class of 2017 valedictorian. Abigail is a one-of-a-kind type of person. She excels in fine arts, plays 4 instruments, and dances competitively. She's a Girl Scout. She dedicated countless hours to building the Heritage School culture by participating in band, National Achiever Society, Science Olympiad, Asian Culture Association, and student government. She's also passionate about helping students with special needs. While Abigail will not boast about it, I will tell you that she has been the recipient of many awards and accomplishments, including the Harvard Book Prize, participation in Summer Ventures, Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Program, and Wake Forest Youth Leadership, where she served on the Town of Wake Forest Youth Advisory Board. Her teachers used the following adjectives to describe her: amazing, hardworking, honest, conscientious, determined, graceful, kind, thoughtful, hardworking, and talented. Specifically, Mr. Walters says, she's committed, yet she's balanced. She's compassionate, yet she's not easily swayed by emotion. She's considerate, yet she's driven. She's creative, yet she's methodical. She's collaborative, yet she's independent. She's careful, yet she's a free thinker. She's brilliant, yet she's deferential. In my 20 years of teaching, I don't recall many, if any, other students who possess the same blend of attributes that she does. She's a rare bird, and she's going to fly far. Her post-high school plans include attending Duke University, where she'll major in biomedical engineering. Please join me in welcoming Abigail National, class of 2017 valedictorian, to the podium.
Principal Lyons, distinguished guests, Heritage High School teachers and staff, my fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the warm welcome. It is a great honor to be speaking in front of you today. When I was 6 years old, my parents sat me down and explained to me that both of my younger brothers had autism. For those of you who do not know what autism spectrum disorder is, it is a developmental disability that impairs social interaction and communication and causes restrictive, repetitive behaviors and interests. That is a very clinical way of describing what has been one of the most emotional influences on my entire life. Although people with autism have similar symptoms, the actual effects differ significantly from one person to another, and currently, there is no cure. 6-year-old me could not have predicted what it was like to have a family dynamic that was so unlike that of what my friends described. It was a dynamic in which every trip to the grocery store, the neighborhood pool, and even the dentist's office put me into a state of constant worry about uncontrollable public temper tantrums. It was a dynamic in which I had to learn how to communicate with my siblings in a completely different manner than what I used to speak to everyone else, while constantly expecting to be ignored or misunderstood. It was a dynamic in which every scold from my parents boiled down to, "You are the one who can already understand what is expected of you, so it is your responsibility to behave accordingly." Most painfully, it was a dynamic in which both my parents and I were essentially helpless in the face of a disorder that had taken my brother's autonomy away from them. Despite this seemingly suffocating way of life, I still love my brothers just the way they are. How can I not? They are non-judgmental and they never talk back to anyone. They are happy with the simple things in life, content with sitting in a swimming pool, watching their favorite cartoon shows over and over, or just eating nuggets and fries in the family minivan after school. They live life as if there's no tomorrow. And after 13 years of education, the most important lesson I have learned is the one that my brothers have taught me about the beauty and the importance of unconditional love and acceptance. They are not any less for their disability. No one is. Even so, my parents still had to let me know that there were things that I could do and places that I could go that my brothers might not be able to. Their paths, while not any less rewarding or meaningful than my own, were going to be drastically different. Of course, I thought of what they might have done had they been given the choice to take the same route that I have, and I became determined not to take any opportunity for granted. I am not going to say that my academic drive stemmed completely from my sense of duty toward my family, but it was definitely the catalyst for the development of the hard work and perseverance that went into my achievements today. With that, I would like to dedicate this speech to my younger brothers, Andrew and EJ Nacional, and to my parents, Anthony and Fethel Nacional. I wanted to share my personal experience because I know that everyone has had to face their own challenges throughout high school. Work issues, family problems, friend drama, school stress, any of these factors could have prevented us from reaching graduation day. But they didn't, and that is mostly because we've all had to do some growing up over the past 4 years. As Blessed John Henry Newman stated, "To live is to change, and to be perfect is to have changed often." We must develop the capacity to change our attitudes and perspectives in order to overcome adversity. I believe that we cannot control whether or not we change, but we can control how we do so. And if we make our decisions in accordance with the right values, we will grow to be the people that we want to be. About a month before our freshman year began, I already knew that the person that I wanted to be was the valedictorian. However, I also knew that I definitely wasn't going to be the smartest person at Heritage. With the naivete of a character in a Y-rated TV show, I decided that I would just have to work the hardest in order to make up for it. However, I have since realized that real people cannot succeed with determination alone. We must learn to expect occasional failure, acknowledge it when it happens, learn from it, and keep a positive attitude in order to continue living afterwards. Most importantly, we must stay humble. The main reason for my success is that I am blessed enough to know people who not only accept me for all of my flaws, but encourage me to fix them. I know that I would not have had the drive nor the confidence to have achieved anything without them. My advice to you all is to give kindness freely and to never take it for granted when you receive it. If you develop a support network that is willing to cushion you when you fall, you can do anything. With that, I would like to take the time to thank those who have made me who I am today. I want to thank the Lord God, my family, in attendance and watching on the live stream, Emily Fan, Alphonsus Brown, Shannon Pate, Irina Otten, Andrew Knudsen, the Marching Husky Band, my flute and piccolo section, the entire Heritage Fine Arts Department, my Dance Dynamics family, St. Catherine of Siena Catholic Church, the Filipino American community, and every teacher that I have ever had. I know that there are many people who are just as deserving of valedictorian as I am, and I could not have achieved this dream without your endless love and support. Finally, to the class of 2017, thank you and congratulations.
Good afternoon. For many of you, this is a special day and a long-awaited moment. It is a milestone for which to be proud. Graduates, let me begin by thanking you and congratulating you for your contributions to our school. As a group, this graduating class has earned more than $3 million in scholarships. In addition to the scholarships, as members of the class of 2017, you have continued to build a positive reputation for our school through your daily actions inside and outside of the classroom. We proudly display a college acceptance wall showing over 400 acceptance notices. We have 86 North Carolina academic scholars and 81 earning the President's Award for Educational Excellence. We have 2 individuals who will transition to serve our country in the United States Armed Forces and 1 joining the Navy ROTC program. You also have made a lasting impression on our school and community through your participation in extracurricular activities such as band, chorus, drama, dance, art, student government, clubs, and athletics. It is clear you make a positive presence on our campus, and it has been felt during your last 4 years. These efforts by the members of the class of 2017 have only strengthened our school's very positive foundation. As you leave today, please know how proud our school staff is of you. Furthermore, do not forget the key role you have played and will continue to play in Heritage High School's future efforts to continually improve in all areas. In addition, I admire your expectation that Heritage High School maintain its standard of excellence for all students in the future. You will always be a Husky and part of the pack. So, take care of each other. At this time, I need to give you some procedural instructions. Senior advisory teachers will be reading the names of each of the graduates. We kindly ask for you to respect the dignity of the ceremony by holding your applause and verbal congratulations until all has been shared so that each graduate can hear his or her name being called. We will ask for the applause at the end. This is a special moment for all of our graduates. Just as you, we too are excited, and we want each student to have his or her own time for recognition. Thank you for your cooperation. Finally, please do not exit until all the seniors, faculty, and staff and stage guests have left the ceremony area. You are all welcome to join your graduate behind the stage area after the recessional and may exit freely through each side of the ceremony area.
Ty Adam McLear. Sarah Renee Donahue. Shania Michelle Kirk.
Kimberly Brooke Acevedo. Jasmine Lynn Aker. Kyle William Adams. Joseph Johnston Adgate V. Ivan Ventura Aguirre Vidal. Brittany Lutana Apuaga. Emma Grace Alban. Atiandra Tricia Almond Woodhouse. Zachary Taylor Onkar. Dylan Andrew Arone. Jared Brock Etty. Catherine Sophia Augustine. Elliot James Baldwin. Margaret Hope Banco. Charles Thomas Barefoot. Sarah Jane Barkley. John Caleb Basaldu. Jacob Michael Baldry. Jessica Irene Beach. Ethan James Bollier. Matthew Harrison Bell.
Emily Taylor Bishop. Hannah Lynn Blake. Lauren Michelle Bland. Mercedes Ariana Blunt. Akeem Jamar Booker. Tyler Shamel Boomer. Brianna Jylin Booth. Wilfred Joseph Bossy. Marshid Hassan Boyd. Colin Patrick Brady. Mackenzie Jean Bradley. Kevin Antonio Bran Yanis. Chandler Akil Braswell. Caleb Severin Bradiger. Ian Lionel Briggs. Anthony Jordan Brito. Alphonsus Flores Brown. Xavier Langston Brown. Hunter Michael Browning. Matthew Douglas Bruce. Devon Damari Bryant Pittman. Jennifer Teresa Bryant. Sarah Catherine Bryant. Joseph Peter Butte. Brianne Claire Burkhart. Genesis Alyssa Burks.
Mason Dale Burris. James D. Burrows. Sean Eli Burwell. Marco Emilio Paolo Buselli. Kevin Elias Calles Lopez. Carlos Campos Perez. Talia Cheyenne Carney. Iridian Celaya Arce. Amari Brianna Chambers. Kyle Robert Champion. Carlos Alberto Chavez. Jaime Jair Chavez Hernandez. Stephanie Chegwe. Jonathan Daniel Chester. Brendan Jinhoon Chung. Jaden Alexander Clacy. Zamaria Nicole Clemens.
Takayla Janae Cobbs. Jayla Taye Cogdell. Meredith Marie Colavita, Jatwan Jermaine Colbert, Madeline Jane Cole, Paige Alexandra Collins, Jose Miguel Contreras, Christopher Lee Craddock, Alexander Joseph Cramarosa, Talia Janae Crowther, Tyler Jeffrey Crum, Tia Monet Crummel, Martin Raymond Cullen, Daniel James Cunningham, Aaron Margaret Kusher, Doquay Eugene Cypress Bass, Conrad Augustus Dakey, Kaylin Elizabeth Dausch, Marissa Grace Davenport, Anthony Gerard DeLucia, Jacqueline Ann DeMarco.
Hunter Bryce Dickerson, Alexander Paul DiMartino, Cheyenne Aria Picot Dobbs, Austin Lee Dowler, Sammy Asan Drabick, Elsie Irene Edwards, Emily Catherine Edwards, Leanne Sharon Epstein, Elena Maria Esparza, Zoe Oberkircher Everett, Connor James Fairfield, Stephen Joseph Fackel, Emma Page Farmer, Alyssa Callie Faulkner, Anuva Fellner, Williams Jr. Fernandez, Brianna Nicole Ferraro, Matthew Zachary Fields, Grayson Ford Fitz, Carson Riley Forehand, John Laws Foster, Talik Draquan Lamont Fowler, Brooke Marie Francher.
Isabella Mary Francisco, Brendan Durden Fred, Sage Nanette Frederick, Joy Christina Freeman, Devin Matthew Fusa, Franco Ezequiel Gallardo, Jean Marie Pineda Garchitorina, Ryan Allen Garvin, Sydney Paige Gavin, Emmett Louise Barbier, Zachary Allen Gimmel, Parker Andrew George, Sean Joseph George, Imani Deshay Gill, Morgan Mackenzie Giordano, Stephen Blaylock Glenn, Christopher Loriences Gomes, Ryan Christopher Gontram, Carlos Jr. Pelagio Gonzalez, Grace Catherine Gonzalez, Isabella Grace Gonzalez, Durham Kingsley Gonzalez Berudo, Sarah Michelle Gott, Jayla Nikhil Grant, Darius Eugene Gregory, Christopher Albert Griffin.
Stephanie Guerrero, Logan Thomas Hall, Michaela Janae Hanna, Abdul Malik Antonio Harrison, Aspen Stroud Williams Hastings, Alex Neal Hyman, Zane Whitford Helton, Liam Anderson Hewitt, Jonas Atwell Hilliard, Ian Joseph Hinckley, Victoria Lacey Holland, Haley Rhianne Holliday, Keely Nicole Holmes, Robert Stephen Horvath II, Tanner James Douglas Hoskins, Taylor Francis Hughes, Catherine Marie Hupp, Anthony Ugana Ikejak, Cody Lee Jackson, Joseph Keith Jackson, Napier Christian Jackson, Serena Denise Jacobs.
Moises Hawe Romero, Trayton Colby Jacket, Sanjay Mariah James, Nicholas Michael Johnson, Alex Tolliver Jones, Alexis Pearl Jones, Emma Lynn Jones, Evan Nicholas Jones, Taylor Elizabeth Jones, Tiffany Adriana Jones, Kaven Tamaya Joyner, Samantha Lee Kazor, Jordan Xavier Kearney, Christian Isaiah Kilpatrick, Kiwani Nguse Kindea, Andrew Lee Kirkman, Andrew Tate Knutson, George DeCarlia Cote, J. Benjamin Koziel, Priscilla Guillen Koo, Brandon James Kuntz, Paige Ann Quietek.
Brianna Shantae Landis, Drew Michael Langdon, Hannah Marie Larson, Alexa Laverne, Rachel Corinne Leach, Kyle Luke Levitino, Christopher John Long, Heaven Pauline Cherie Lobato, Tyson Tolman Lovelace, Alexandra Jean Lucas, Amanda Catherine Lugo, Diego Lugo Charez, Abigail Helen Lyon, Janelle Marie Mafucci, Joshua Michael Thomas Magnuson, Tristano Anthony Monzo, Michaela Grace Marion, John Henry Martin, Megan Michaela Martin, Harper Lee Massey, Paige Marie Maston, Megan Taylor Mattis,
Quinn Towsley McCabe, Carson Scott McCraw, Brianna Lanice McDonald. Patrick James McHugh. Emma Harper McManus. Sabria Tashe McNeil. Victor Alejandro Melendez. Tamara Ann Melton Rogers. Angel Meneses. Alexi Audrey Messier. Amaya Charlize Millsap. Carter Alexander Minter. Riley Elizabeth Mazingo. Tamara Tapua Mitendera. Colby Deshawn Muldrow. Abigail Abella Nacional. Nathan Ryan Now.
Andrew Davis Nelson. Daniel Gallagher Nelson. Jessica Wynn. Johanna May Nicholson. Sharif Askana Jai. Dante Avery Norfleet. Bailey Ann Novera. Brandon Peter Nowak. Alexander Robert O'Connell. Kennedy Quilina O'Donnell. Tamara Chinonso Okum. Tuluwanami Iniola Olalia. Brendan Thomas Olson. Brock Michael Olson. Megan Elaine Orender. Jasmine Ortega. Alexis Renee Ortiz. Alexander William Papalo. Ethan Hugo Palamo. Landry Kerrigan Pollock. Reese Gail Parker. Megan Christine Parmalee. William Schuyler Parnell. Shannon Nicole Pate. Amelia Ann Pella Summers. Blaine Levi Pence. Ziyu Pang. Emily Felice Fan. Jacob Gifford Phipps. Brittany Amanda Phoebus.
Taharka Reginald Poole. Catherine Grace Porter. McKenna Noel Potwin. Hallie Deborah Powers. Kayla Nicole Procopio. Catherine Taylor Quinn. Kylie Joe Quinn. Diana Karina Ramos. Luis Emmanuel Ramos Benitez. Anthony Louis Ramsey. Nolan Gerard Rupp. Colton Seth Reed. Brianna Monet Rice. Susan Amparo Rivera.
Addie Mae Roach. Casey Bailey Robinson. Brianna
Jolynn Rochelle. Burke Theodore Romans Murray. Emma Lynn Rosenberg. Bailey Marie Roy. Maxwell Frederick Rusky. Brendan Daniel Sedlowski. Fatu Barry Saul. John Christian Sampson. Adrian Noel Sanchez. Samantha Rose Sanders. Sean Orlando Sanders. Deanna Santo Martino. Devlin Oscar Santos. Tony Vontrell Scott. Vontrell Kashif Scott. Stuart Scott Jr. Marissa Caitlin Sferaza. Sydney Taylor Simmons. Karina Siniger. Amber Odell Smith. Jalen Anthony Smith. Kelly Ann Smith. Lakaya Elizabeth Inez Smith.
Gabriella Grace Spangler. Bianca Spees. Kara Charlotte Starcina. William Anthony Steed. Jacob Taylor Stevens. Savannah Morgan Stowe. Elise Victoria Stubanis. Cameron Brianna Swafford. Rachel Marie Swakoff. Eric Joseph Swanson. Erica T. Sykes. Austin Darrell Tatum. Tori Alexander Tatum. Ambrosia Denise Tenney. David Alexander Thomas. Thayer Rockney Thomas. Tyree Lamar Thomas. Abigail Noel Thompson. Jenna Marie Thompson. Brandon Isaiah Thorpe. Brian Christopher Thorpe. Tiffany Lynn Thorlson. Amanda Hope Tianco. Alexander Tolentino. Gregory Gerard Torrance.
Lauren Holly Travis. Sarah Ruth Travis. Brian Sutton Treywick. Hector Trejor Orpiza. Jared Samuel Trescott. Courtney Elise Tressler. Connor James Nicholas Tripp. James Justin Turner. Brian Alexander Tyler. Emma Grace Upton. Mark Daniel Van Auken. Marla Molly Van Colum. Joanna Alejandra Venegas Lopez. Tyann Shahid Vines. Christian Alexander Wadey. Brandon Tyler Wagner. Hamza Wahid. Samuel Harrison Walker. Mary Catherine Walls. Jenny Wang. Louis Edgar Waters. Sydney Hope Watkins. Abriana Jasmine Sherelle Weaver.
Andrew Franklin Webb. Simon Christopher Whalen.
Stephen Anthony White. Ryan Thomas Wilcox. Zion Noel Williams. Emma Nicole Williamson. Claire Elise Wilmshin. Erjanae Denise Winchester. Brianna Mackenzie Wolf. Bailey Joe Young. Bradley Michael Zarb. Matthew William Zarb.
Would the class of 2017 please stand? On behalf of the faculty and staff of Heritage High School, I certify that each student has satisfactorily completed and met the graduation requirements prescribed by the Wake County Board of Education and the state of North Carolina and is therefore eligible to receive a high school diploma. By the authority vested in me by the state of North Carolina and the Wake County Board of Education, I pronounce you graduates of Heritage High School. Class of 2017, turn your tassels. Congratulations.